What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to pop on today and talk to you about something that I've been thinking about for a little while now, and I just wanted to share my thoughts. So let's jump right in. The world is a crazy place right now, and I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that my thoughts have been heavy lately, and especially around this topic. I posted on Instagram the other day, I think it was just a few days ago by the time this goes up. I posted on Instagram that I have chosen not to shop the Sephora sale this year. So as you guys know, Sephora is a makeup retailer. They're actually based in Europe, but they have stores all over the world, so they're huge. Basically, they have a sale every year. I think they do one in the fall and then one in the spring every year, and I have always shopped the sale. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts and my insight on this whole matter because I am a professional working makeup artist, and I do shop at lots of other makeup retailers that are lovely and locally owned and smaller. So since I am a professional makeup artist, Sephora is by no means the only place that I shop for makeup. I shop for makeup at lots of different smaller locally owned retailers such as Camera Ready Cosmetics, Nigel's Beauty Emporium, Friends Beauty, Namie's in LA. There's so many awesome places online that ship all over the world. So I highly recommend checking some of those out. I will link them in the description below so you guys can find them. So there were a lot of new products dropping on the 17th, which is when the sale started, April 17th, that I really wanted to try out and I was interested in grabbing, and I just, without even thinking, filled my cart online. I had about 12 things in there. The total was almost near $300, and I was feeling great, really excited, and I somehow became super aware of this kind of feeling of like adrenaline, like excitement, like, ooh, I can't wait to get these products. And I don't know why, but I suddenly became really like blatantly aware of the fact that I was feeling that way because I was adding these things to my cart, and I got a little bit of a slap of reality that I was buying in so hard to consumerism. So I randomly remember reading something online that Sephora had actually promised their employees that they would be covered and that they would be taken care of through the end of April. And then they went around and actually fired all of their part-time employees in a 3-minute Skype call or something like that. They just didn't handle it very well. I can't help but just feel really icky about that. I think right now in the world that we're living in, the businesses that step up and really protect their people and do everything that they possibly can to help their employees and the people that work for them, those businesses are going to really shine right now. And the ones that do the opposite are just going to show their true colors, you know? So I just wanted to remind you guys that we vote with our dollar. So every time you spend money at Sephora right now, you're basically kind of saying, well, that might be uncomfortable. It's kind of shitty that they did that, but I'm still gonna buy my products anyways. And we're supporting that mentality. I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to tell anyone what to do, but I just made the decision for myself to not shop the Sephora sale this year. So I'm not necessarily saying that I'm not gonna support Sephora at all down the road. I'm sure in the future I will purchase from them again, but right now, in the light of this crisis, I don't feel comfortable supporting them in the message that they're sending to their consumers right now. So after I made that decision, I went into my cart and I emptied all of the items that I was planning on purchasing. So I cleared it all out. Once I did that, I came back into my makeup room to sit down and film something else that will be coming soon. And I just realized how much makeup I have. I'm so fortunate to be able to do what I love for a living, so makeup naturally is a part of my work. I get sent a bit of PR from different brands and companies around the world, and I'm very lucky to have a lot of products to work with. So just looking here in front of me at my workstation and everything that I have around me, but my professional kit is a whole different collection. I have plenty of makeup, all those palettes and the things that I wanted to restock on. I have so many other things that I could use up before just buying more because it made me feel good. So after I went on my Instagram stories the other night and I posted that I was not going to be shopping the sale, I received dozens and dozens of responses from people saying that they were interested in that thought process, and they were curious to know of brands that were maybe not at Sephora, maybe smaller brands that I would really, really recommend and that they could support with their dollar. So I thought I would hop on here today and give you guys some of my recommendations from more boutique style brands that maybe aren't found in Sephora. I will preface this by saying that some of these brands can be found at Sephora, but they can also always be purchased from the website of the brand. So you don't need to buy them at Sephora. Okay, so the first brand is a company really near and dear to my heart. This is Mio Cosmetics. These guys make gorgeous, gorgeous little cosmetic cases. These are really, really helpful if you are a professional makeup artist working on set and you need to have a specific talent or client's makeup all in one place. So I bring these along on every job that I do professionally for touch-ups. I just fill the little magnetic pods here with the client's makeup, and then I can just pop it right in my pocket or wherever and just do touch-ups straight from there. So really, really love this company. They are based in Vancouver, BC. Vancouver's near and dear to my heart. It's where I went to makeup school. They also make these cool pop sockets so you can hold and apply straight from the case. Highly recommend. Okay, next, sticking with my beloved Canadian friends, Kasha Lashes is a really, really lovely company. So Kasha Lashes has become a staple in my kit. I love their individual lashes. These are almost used up. I need to get more, but very beautiful individual lashes, and I love the casing that they come in. I always reuse them. And she also makes the most gorgeous cruelty-free silk lashes. So huge fan of these guys. Again, Kasha Lashes. I also wanted to mention that I had someone reach out to me from Canada, and I do have a bit of a following in Canada just because I went to makeup school there and I have a lot of relationships with brands in Canada, especially British Columbia. So a follower of mine reached out on Instagram and mentioned to me that the way that Sephora US is handling the coronavirus pandemic with their employees is not the same as the way Canada is handling it. So good job, Canada. We should take a page out of your book. Okay, so another brand that is not found in Sephora but that is so lovely is The Balm. These guys have been around for a while and they have such cute, clever packaging. This is one of my favorite products from them. This is the Bahama Mama bronzer. It is a beautiful, beautiful matte bronzer. I have been using this for ages. It's the bronzer I go in with most often to actually just bronze up my head and make everything look tied in together. Highly recommend this. Okay, so I wanted to touch on a couple of eyeshadow palettes now that are my favorite colorful eyeshadow palettes. Most of these brands cannot be found at Sephora, but Melt Cosmetics is one of them, and you can buy Melt now at Sephora. This is the Radioactive palette from Melt Cosmetics. It's one of my all-time favorite colorful palettes. I'm wearing a few shades on my eyes today. Really, really lovely, but just a reminder, you can also buy all of these products on their website. The next eyeshadow palette that I would recommend that is not found at Sephora is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. This guy is so fun and adorable. It is teeny, teeny, tiny. It just fits right in my hand. But these colors are so unique and interesting. It's become quickly one of my favorite colorful palettes. I love this yellow shade and also this orange shade. So Sugar Pill has been making really amazing, very high quality eyeshadows for a long time. So check these guys out if you haven't already. Another company I wanted to share with you guys is another Canadian brand. This is Suva Beauty. So Suva Beauty is most well known, I think, for their hydroliners. So these are their water activated paint eyeliners. So they are gorgeous. They make these really, really fun, cool neon colors. They're just water activated. So I just usually take my little spray bottle full of water, give it a spritz, and then go in with a really precise brush. And it's actually the pink line that you see on my eyes today. So huge fan of these hydroliners. I have them in every color that they make and I use them all the time. But I think one thing people forget is they also make really lovely eyeshadows. So I picked this up at IMATS in Vancouver years ago, but this is some of their really vivid colors. So super, super pigmented, gorgeous colors here. So I just thought I'd throw that in. You can also do custom little palettes like these, and I highly recommend you guys check them out. I think Suva is also selling at Morphe now, so you can check out their website as well as Morphe to order online. Okay, so the next eyeshadow palette I wanted to share with you is the NYX Cosmetics Escape Artist palette. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, huge eyeshadow palette. You can see that there are dozens and dozens of different colors in here. A lot of great kind of shimmer shadows, a lot of great matte formulas, and just a really unique range of colors. There are some really great neutral tones here that you could just do a smoky neutral eye with. There's a really lovely dark brown to add dimension, and there's some really gorgeous colors as well. The shimmers in this palette are kind of hard to just express, but they're just so pigmented and really lovely. I have been using this nonstop since getting it, so thank you, NYX, for sending it. But just a little reminder, NYX Cosmetics makes really, really lovely quality eyeshadows, as well as a lot of other wonderful products. Leading into different products, I wanted to talk about the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner. These are amazing and so underrated, I think. These are completely waterproof, so they have some really unique colors now. This is a bright yellow one. I've also been using the black one a lot and the brown one. So they are completely waterproof. Make sure you have a good makeup remover because they are hard to get off. But if you're ever working on body paint projects or anything like that, these are great. I've also been loving, loving, loving the Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil from NYX Cosmetics. Again, can't find these at Sephora. These are in Ulta. You can definitely get it online through Ulta. You can also order straight from the NYX website. They can be found pretty much any cosmetics retailer that you can find. There's also some great pro discounts. I know that Nigel's has NYX, as well as I think Namie's carries it as well, and maybe even Friends Beauty. So all the makeup retailers usually stock NYX, so you can get your pro discounts usually about 40% off. So highly recommend this. This is comparable to like the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. Really light coverage, huge fan. Okay, moving on, I wanted to touch on MAC Cosmetics. So I think a lot of people have kind of maybe forgotten about MAC a little bit. I hope not, because they're such a lovely company and brand. I actually worked for MAC when I first started out in makeup for a short time when I lived in BC. So I sold makeup at the MAC store, and that was kind of one of my part-time jobs along with bartending when I lived in Canada. So I wanted to just cover a few quick products from MAC that are my absolute favorites. The first one is Face and Body Foundation. This is such a staple in my kit. I use it on Wade all the time if he has to go on camera and he has a little rosiness. Really, really lovely foundation. I also wear it on myself quite often. It's a really gorgeous kind of sheer to medium coverage, but builds up beautifully. I also really love from MAC the Lovejoy blush. This is such a gorgeous nude color. It looks a little deeper in the pan through my camera, but really, really gorgeous nude color. It's the blush I'm wearing today, so you can sheer it out. It's a mineral baked blush, so it actually diffuses really nicely and softly on the skin. Another lovely Canadian company, I wanted to chat about Nude Sticks. So this is actually a brand that you can purchase at Sephora, but again, you don't need to purchase them at Sephora. I know that Namie's online carries them, and probably most professional makeup stores and retailers carry Nude Sticks by now. These guys make a gorgeous eyebrow pencil that I use every single day, and this is their Tinted Cover Foundation, which is a beautiful, beautiful kind of skincare moisturizer wrapped up into a tinted foundation. So it's really lovely. I wanted to share that with you. On the Nude Sticks train, I also wanted to share with you these plush paints. So these are gorgeous kind of cream liquid blushes. So these are the magnetic plush paints from Nude Sticks. They were so kind to send me all of these different colors, and I use them all the time. I have a full separate set in my kit because I like them so much. I went and purchased them all for my kit, and they have a gorgeous applicator that you can just pat right on the cheek and then just tap away with your finger. So highly recommend these. Again, you don't need to purchase them at Sephora. So next, on the topic of color, I wanted to share these awesome little eyeliners from LA Girl. These are the Shockwave Neon Lip Liners and Eyeliners. Some of them are lip liners and some say eyeliner, but honestly, I use them all in my eye and I've never had an issue. So I have this color Fresh on my eyes today. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous long wear eyeliners that are also just these vivid, vivid colors. Highly recommend. Another really unique brand that is not sold at Sephora but ships worldwide online is Helen E Cosmetics. These guys make these awesome little They're kind of loose pigments, and it's just a tiny little pod here, but I can't even tell you how incredibly bright these are. The camera will never do it justice, really, but this is just in the lid, and this is all I work out of. It's just the lid. So this is the bright kind of yellow neon color that I have on today, and I am just a huge fan of this brand in general. They are such a sweet, lovely company, and I think they're based in Europe, but they just make lovely products, and these neons are unlike anything else I've ever seen before. Definitely check these guys out. So another really lovely brand that is local here to Los Angeles is Lemonhead Los Angeles. These are gorgeous gel glitters that you can basically just use your finger with and slap them on the eye, or what I like to do is actually take a synthetic brush. This is just a little one from Coastal Scents, and I like to dip in and just spread it in really precise areas. So love these glitters. I have almost every shade that they sell. Definitely check these out if you haven't already. They are a gorgeous addition to any professional kit, and also just really fun to play with on yourself as well. Okay, so the next product is from a company called In Beauty Project, and they are based in New York City. They are a super lovely company, and they focus mainly on skincare, I think, right now, but they are completely vegan, completely cruelty-free. I know they have a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer. They have really fun kind of lightning bolt looking under eye patches that are really fun. They do face masks, all that stuff. But the standout product for me is this candy apple lip glaze. So this is what it looks like. It comes in this super fun, bright packaging, and then it has a nice little doe foot applicator. So this is kind of like a lip oil, and I have one for my kit and one for myself, and I'll show you what it looks like on. It's just beautiful. It's such a nice color. Pretty much universal. No matter your skin tone, this will be flattering on you. So it also smells like caramel apples, and it is amazing. Highly recommend this guy. Check them out online. They're such a fun company. Definitely worth supporting right now. So another brand that I'm not sure is sold at Sephora, but I'm pretty sure that it's not, is Iconic London. So Iconic London makes my favorite little eyebrow cushion. This is what I use on my eyebrows almost every day. It is a dual-sided eyebrow pigment, I guess, and I just dip in with my brush, and this is how I get my precise little hair strokes. Since I don't have natural eyebrows, I use this to draw on the hairs. So these have been out for a few years now, but these are the blush bombs from Flower Beauty, and these guys I think are sold at Walmart now. But again, you can always buy them online. Not sold at Sephora though. These are beautiful little liquid blushes. I really like these blushes because they are super sanitary. So the lid just comes out like this. They're really easy to clean, and I can just kind of put the product right there on my spatula and then work straight from that. So highly recommend these. They have a beautiful finish. They kind of diffuse down into just a sheer wash of color. Nothing too crazy, but it's a really radiant finish, so really natural looking. Another product that is not sold at Sephora is Danessa Myricks. Danessa Myricks is a professional makeup artist. She has been around for a long time and has done some incredible work. So her standout product to me is the Evolution powder. This is my favorite loose powder that I own. Again, it's called the Evolution powder. This is in the shade 2. Okay, sorry this has taken so long. We're getting near the end. I wanted to just quickly touch on a few brushes that I highly recommend that are lovely and deserve to be talked about that are not found at Sephora. Okay, so the first brush I wanted to talk about was this EcoTools Complexion Buffer Brush. I really love this to buff product right into the skin, or you can use it for stippling as well. So this is the 148 brush from Face Atelier. Face Atelier makes some of my favorite complexion products on the market these days. I stock my kit full of their Ultra Pro foundation, I believe it's called. But a product that's kind of overlooked from them is actually these brushes. So this is the 148. This is a really nice angled brush, so this would be perfect for blush or a contour. Just really gets into those crevices and shapes of the face. So highly recommend this one. And then also the 23 brush. This is one of my favorite crease cutting brushes. It's really small and dense. You can see how precise it is. It's just a really great brush. I personally use this brush to shape out my eyebrows once I put them on, and I just take a little concealer and I use that to just sharpen them up. Okay, last But certainly not least, I wanted to talk about Smith Cosmetics. Smith Cosmetics makes my very, very favorite and beloved brushes on the planet. I am so incredibly grateful that they gifted these products to me, but I just am absolutely in love with them. I've loved Smith brushes for a long, long time, and I just treasure them. So I wanted to share these with you. Another smaller business, again, based in Canada. I don't know what it is with Canadian companies, but I just really love Canadian companies. But Smith Cosmetics makes these gorgeous, gorgeous brushes. You can just tell that they are made with love and care. They have real wooden handles here, and they are coated in an antibacterial coating so that they stay safe and sanitary. Another thing with Smith is that they make some really interesting and kind of different shapes. They really make a lot of their products with intention and with different unique shapes. So I'll do a whole separate video on these guys at some point because I really want to talk about how to use them as a professional and give you guys some tips and tricks. But like I said, the shapes are just really unique. Great little cream contour brush to really get in there. This is my favorite bronzer brush of all time. This is the 112 from Smith. I love this for bronzer and just all over. Great, great brush. So again, just love these guys to death. These are some more of their fluffy brushes for more of like a blending situation. And then this is the coveted 302 lip brush. So in the past, I've actually used this to cut my crease as well. But this is a really, really lovely lip brush because it has that angle. You can really get in there and define the lip and then fill with the flat part of the brush. So that's Smith Cosmetics. Make sure to check them out online. Again, a smaller company that is not retailed in Sephora. I believe you can find them online at like Friends Beauty, maybe Camera Ready Cosmetics. They are sold at different retailers around the country. So check in there. And I think we made it through. Am I forgetting anything? I'm sure I'm forgetting some things. I could really talk about this stuff all day. I just really wanted to have the dialogue with you guys that you know, Sephora is kind of shoved down our throats as a retailer, and you just need to remember that you are in control of your purchases. And sometimes the drive for new products and having the latest thing on the market is a good feeling, and then you think about the ethics of the company and the brand behind it, and things can feel a little different. So I actually had the opportunity this year to reach out and apply for a content partnership deal with Sephora, and that is still on the table. I'm waiting to hear back. If I was to get accepted for that, it would be a long-term contract working with Sephora, and that would be lovely. I think I will see the brand differently, and I'm certainly deciding not to shop the sale and support them with my dollar right now. So I just want you guys to know that going forward, you know my choices on that stuff, and that I will always be honest and truthful with you about how I really feel, especially when it comes to products that I am essentially marketing to you. So I will never ever promote anything that I don't truly believe in and authentically stand behind. So if Sephora was to watch this video and feel that I wasn't representing their brand accurately enough and I didn't get selected for that reason, so be it. That stuff doesn't matter to me as much as being authentic and making the right decision. Yeah, because we have control over that as consumers. So I guess that's the message to leave you with, is just be mindful when you are making your purchases and have fun playing with the makeup that you already have, because God knows we all have too much. So stay safe and healthy out there, you guys. I will see you in the next video. Let me know if you have other brands that you would like to suggest to me. Please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to try them out. Again, I'm always looking for smaller boutique little brands to support rather than the big ones who get the big bucks from Sephora. So leave them down below in the comments if you have any suggestions, and don't forget to hit the little subscribe button and the bell if you want to be notified when I'm releasing new videos. I'm aiming for once a week from now on. Anyways, you guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you are staying safe and healthy out there. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.